This is a show for grown-ups.
And they say bad words.
And they say bad words.
Say final warning.
Final warning.
Hello, and welcome to the Pot of Blunders. I'm your host, Nate Magnuski, and I'm whispering because I'm recording next to my sleeping wife. Because my in-laws are in my house for 10 days, and there's no place to escape. So, thanks for tuning in to part 2 of our Kids on Bikes episode. I think it came out really good. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, I gotta stop now because she's starting to move, and if she wakes up, I'm a dead man. Enjoy. Bye.
How do you guys want to proceed from here?
Well, I'm assuming that my mom came and picked me up and we're home now.
Yeah.
Or like at least at a police station, I guess. I don't know. Home makes more sense, but
I want to use my science skills that I probably have. And while I'm being questioned at the police station, I want to sneak away and take a look at the body in the morgue. Search for clues.
You're sneaking away during questioning?
Well, after. I'll say, like, I have to go to the bathroom. You know.
It's going to be a long 2.
I'm going to make a mess. A messy 2. Let's go.
I stand by my assertion that he did it. Just saying.
So I think schools are obviously canceled for the day. Everyone's allowed to go home. Roger, you're brought into the police station and you're kept overnight. No one talks to you for the first 14 hours otherwise, other than just putting you in basically the drunk tank.
Pretty sure that's illegal.
Oh, yeah. Very much. Next day, the sheriff is like, hey, Roger, right?
Lawyer, pig.
He kind of sighs. He hands you a thing of pancakes and eggs and a cup of coffee. He's like, this is from Marge's down the street. Figured you'd be hungry. Sorry about that. We're so short-staffed, you know?
Lawyer.
It's like, all right. Do you have a lawyer?
Yes.
Do you want to call them now?
Yes, I would like to make my phone call, please.
Yeah, no problem. Come on out. He opens the door and he's like, you're not under arrest, so you don't need a lawyer. You don't have Miranda rights or anything. You're not under arrest, so
Just in an interrogation room, just not even an interrogation room, just like someone's office.
If I haven't been under arrest, why have I been in a prison cell all night?
Protective custody. He's like, you're not being kept here. You can leave, but I'd like to ask you a couple questions. You're not a suspect.
Yet.
I'll be honest with you, son. We looked into you last time the Corn Queen got murdered, and there was nothing pointing to you.
Was I dating her too?
No, but the highly trained, aggressive janitor at the local middle school, kind of the top one we look at right away.
Wait, gross.
So
I said I'm 24 and I was the ex of...
Yeah, I know.
That's gross. Oh, I'm not proud of it, but I've done it. How do I get away from him? Because I still want to use my science to look at the body for clues. So can I...
You were close to her, right?
Biblically.
He kind of is taken aback by that. He's like, oh, okay, sorry for your loss. I heard it didn't end too well between you two. Is that true?
It's true. I couldn't deal with her fucked up sister.
In my day, we didn't have that kind of thing. And if you did, the kid would be sent away somewhere. But different times are changing, you know?
Do you think maybe I could say one final goodbye down at the morgue, sir?
Give me a charm roll.
It's an 8, which that means
I explode. You
right?
roll it again, yeah.
That doesn't make sense because that's a 9. Which one's an 8?
It'd be probably a 6, right?
No, because the underline... What's that one?
That's a 10. D8 is the pyramid that touch butts.
Aha.
We'll say the first one was an 8 anyway.
It was. It was an 8.
Yeah.
Okay. A 1.
So a 9 in total. All right. So the guy kind of sighs. He's like, that'd be fine. Yeah, I don't blame you. Even when things end weird, you got to say goodbye. And he hops you in the car. He drives you down to the city morgue, brings you in. He's like, I'll give you some time.
Can I glean anything from just first looks at the body?
Give me a brains roll. You don't have any tokens yet, right? You don't have any adversity tokens.
I have 1 adversity token.
You also have intuitive, right?
Yeah, so I can spend 1 to ask about the surroundings.
or an NPC or the like. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna spend that then.
All right.
Okay,
What do you want to ask me about?
But did I glean any clues off of her body?
Yeah, I kind of like the idea like you're studying forensic science. It'd be kind of fun. Mindhunter shit.
Yeah.
So you would notice right away, despite all the disfiguration and stuff, there's still bruising on her neck. It looks like she was strangled. You actually see like handprints, right? You see scratching on her hands, like it was defensive wounds, right? She was fighting off whoever was attacking her. She did not go out easy. You see some of her fingernails are like ripped up. So whoever did this to her got as good as he gave or she gave.
Well, no, because then that person would be dead. So clearly, the person that did this to her
They got like
gave
70%.
more
They
than they
got
got.
70% of what they gave. Like if it's a bushel, if she got a bushel, they got like 38 pounds of corn. Yeah, because everyone knows that a bushel is 56 pounds of corn.
Yes. 14% or 2.065 billion bushels of Iowa corn was exported out of the state in the 2018-2019 marketing year. In an average year, Iowa produces more corn than most countries.
Hell yeah.
Whoa! Can I do DNA testing on her fingernails?
No, I'm gonna say no because what are you gonna compare it to? It's not like you have like ACES access or whatever they call it.
He just has a petri dish of
Well,
DNA samples.
Yeah, did they even have that shit in like '86? By the 1980s, labs were using DNA to establish paternity in questions. In 1986, investigators asked a young genetic scientist named Alec Jeffries, who 2 years earlier had developed genetic fingerprints, to assist in solving a murder case. So you would be the pioneering person. But no, you fucking can't because you're a janitor in high school.
It all started with Roger. It all started with Roger Avildsen. Avildsen.
So you have some clues you can follow up on.
So I'm gonna go look for scratched people that have been choked 70%.
As you wrap up, the officer looks at you and says, "So you made your peace, said your goodbyes."
Yes, I have.
I mean, lay low for a bit. I don't know if their family has much love for you at this point, but we know you're not a suspect.
Do you have any suspects?
It's like, well, you know those kids down in the park there that grow that loco corn?
Yes, those ne'er-do-wells.
It's like, I would just maybe stay away from them for a bit if you were inclined to go down there for some reason. I wouldn't be poking around those kids.
You know what I have to do.
He said, you gonna go to the town hall meeting tomorrow?
Yes, because when I'm there, I'm going to check everyone for defensive wounds.
You say this to him, or are you saying this to me, the DM?
Saying it in my head. Speaking it into my head radio.
And he goes, yeah, those big city folks coming down to make another pitch about what they can offer the town. Sounds like they're going to offer a bunch of headaches to me. Anyway, you're free to go.
The Whole Foods people?
Yeah. Them and their ilk. All right, so Teddy, what are you doing? You've been sent home. You have the whole day, and you saw a dead lady.
Guess I could go play some baseball somewhere.
Yeah.
I wouldn't turn you off baseball for the day. Oh, for life.
Nah, I fucking love baseball. That's all I got, man. I mean, I can't go home and play video games. I got an Atari. That thing sucked.
It's 86. You got an NES.
I don't think my family could afford it. I guess I'm just gonna go around to like local kids and see if anyone wants to know what's going on, or if they don't, do you want to go play a game of ball somewhere?
So you're telling me you were not going to go home and play RBI baseball?
I told you I can't afford
NES. Who's your best buddy? Who you gonna go to first to knock on the door?
Shit, I didn't think of a name.
Think of like a real ass person you saw today. Think of two of them. Give me one real name for the first and one of their last names. That's what I do.
Dan Diaz.
Are there like a bunch of Portuguese dudes in Iowa or something?
Yeah.
there's a Botello, there's a Diaz.
Yeah, right. I'm just trying to think of like white people names.
Smith.
That's too white. It's obvious.
Smith. This is Blake Smithson.
Dan Mayonnaise.
Danny Mayonnaise. I don't know his real last name. We just call him Danny Mayonnaise. There it is.
His first name's not actually Dan. It's like Charles or something.
That's made up. His real last name is Mayonnaise. But his real first name isn't Danny.
Yeah, so I go see if Danny Mayonnaise is around.
So you knock on the door and you hear a bunch of locks like chunk, 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 chunk. And someone pokes her head out. It's Danny's mom, Mrs. Mayonnaise. She's like, why are you out? You're supposed to be home. There's a murder on the loose.
Yeah, my parents aren't home. They're still working, and I can't really sit at home and do nothing. So I figured, we go play some ball.
So you smell a strange acrid smell when she opens the door, and also booze. And her pupils are real big. She says, you should probably come inside, honey. It's not safe out there.
No, I'd rather stay outside to play the game. I'd probably break a window inside.
Well, why don't you come in and
Also-
get some lunch, and maybe you can talk to Danny.
You kind of smell a little funky though, Miss Mayonnaise. Remember Teddy's blunt.
Yeah. So the door opens up, and you see, she kind of is taken aback by you. She steps back. The door opens up. You see a small baggie of what you think is pills at first, and you realize it's actually like multicolored corn kernels.
Well, is she just on the floor behind her, on the table?
Yeah, there's a bunch of head posters around, some black lights, and a bunch of these corn kernels on a mirrored table behind her.
Hey, what's going on behind you over there?
She looks kind of panicked. She's like, Danny's not here. You gotta go. She slams the door on you.
Are you sure?
Door slammed. Can't hear you.
Wait, Danny's not home?
Where did Danny go?
Thick door. Bye.
So there's no mayonnaise in the house?
Oh no.
Shucks. Then I just kind of kick the dirt on the street corner. Oh, I guess I gotta go find out what someone else is going on. Is there any commotion going on in town? Maybe there's a rally going on, the rec center, or
Can be.
somewhere somewhere that can draw my attention away from this house.
Candlelight vigil?
Noon candlelight vigil. Who wants to wait? A reverse darkness vigil.
Reverse darkness vigil. Let's see, what'll be going on during the day?
How about this? Teddy, you hear fire crackling, and you see smoke in the distance. Teddy, you notice you're being followed. In the midst of all the commotion, I think maybe, Deanna, do you think you'd want to be caught? And you're letting yourself slip a little bit?
Yeah, definitely, she's not on her A game. I mean, her face is all red and puffy from crying. She's probably sniffling. There's probably snot coming out of her nose. She's probably a little whimpering.
I like the idea that Teddy's walking on the sidewalk. Every now and then in the woods, he hears snapping twigs and a wolf.
God.
Poor Diana, man.
She's had a rough fucking day.
She's having a rough fucking
day.
life, man.
Ah.
Time heals all wounds.
Yeah, so I'm gonna head that way, and as long as I have my baseball bat equipped, I see that Deanna's kind of following me around. I'm like, that's fucking weirdo. I guess I gotta kind of keep watch over her too, because she's going through a rough time, and I'm protective even of the weirdos.
I just imagine
of town.
she's just doing the Michael Myers thing, with the bush
The
or whatever,
hedge.
just in the distance.
It's really noticeable though. She's not hidden at all.
Yeah. She thinks she's being sly, but it's not really working this time. Normally, she's pretty good, but not today.
You guys are going towards the fire?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right. So as you get close, you see there's a group of young men on the outside of this corn maze where the Harvest Festival is held. It started off last week, and that's where the Corn Queen was, of course, announced. And the whole maze is on fire, and it's spreading really fast with these dry corn.
Do we recognize these guys?
Yeah. It's a strange mix. It's mostly high school guys with a couple older guys who are just the fucking corn maze shit is cursed. The whole village is dying off because no one wants to buy this goddamn corn anymore. There's no sense in this. We just need to give up this and be done with it. And they're burning down the corn maze as a symbol of that. No more corn queens.
Isn't this the psychedelic corn?
You can't see it at home, but I did the waggly eyebrows thing, Richard.
That's really well done. Am I gonna start hallucinating?
I don't know. Do you inhale? This was supposed to be just regular corn, regular eating corn, cheap cow corn, that kind of stuff. But some ne'er-do-wells did, of course, plant some of the psychedelic corn inside the maze every now and then. So there are these little weird, wisps of strange smell. Teddy, it smells like the mayonnaise house in here.
Oh, it smells like bad mayonnaise again.
Let's see.
I don't know if I should go any closer.
So I think before you get too close to it, even though you're smelling this on the outskirts, you start seeing the grown-ups who are close to it. Their rage and we're gonna burn this place down starts giving way to deep introspection and staring at their feet and petting the dirt. There's something in the middle of the corn maze, past all the fire and smoke.
Who's the first one to notice it? Is it me? Do these other high schoolers notice it?
They're too high. So yeah, it's either you or Mel. You can choose.
I'll go up to him and I'll like start like tugging on him, like, hey, you guys see what's something over there in the middle of the field there.
The guy kind of looks at you. It's one of the older men, kind of like the oldest guy there. He's got this long 80s mustache and he's got these big eyes. He goes, maybe I'm the corn queen. You ever think about that? If you think about it, we're all kind of queens of corn in a way. What if I eat the corn, right? And then I poop, the corn comes out, right? And then I die. And then like the corn will grow from my poop that I ate, that I made out of the corn, you know? It's like, what if we're all just corn, man?
I'm just kind of looking at him this entire time, just mouth open, just really confused and losing hope in adults.
He's like, hey, stop doing that. Why is your face melting like that? I don't like how you look at me like that.
Oh, I guess I got to take care of this myself then. To power myself up, I take a big wad of Big League Chew, just pack it in, blow a big bubble, pull out the bat, and like, all right, I guess I'm gonna get closer to this thing. Got to investigate.
Wait, are you like going into the burning field?
No, I'm getting closer. I want to see what's going on. It's not. Is it burning around this thing that's in the center?
It's getting towards
I
the
guess.
center, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll follow like as it's burning. I'm not gonna walk past the fire. I'll like follow like the trail so I don't get killed. Not dumb.
Give me a grit roll, please.
14.
Oh yeah, you crush it.
I'm gritty as hell.
So you're able to cover your face up more or less, and you're able to breathe very slowly. You're thinking to yourself, like, okay, I know that when baseball players get stressed out, they have to really focus and control their breathing because that's the one that they can't control in that spot. And so you do that very... What's up, Richard? Do you have something to say?
Who do you think his favorite baseball player is?
Willie Mays.
Ty Cobb.
Shaking my head.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I couldn't.
I thought you had something like important to interject. Like, I have a cool idea where the story could go.
No.
But you're like, nope,
No.
Ty Cobb stuff. I thought it was pretty good with Willie Mays.
That was cute.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah,
Guys, let's vote. Who's funnier, me or Nate?
I plead the fifth.
he knows.
I want to keep getting invited.
You're both very pretty girls.
It's true. Tell me about my
What's-
eyes.
What's the closest team to Iowa? I guess I'm just gonna go with being a Cal Ripken fan because he made Big League Chew, wasn't it? Wasn't it him?
Sure.
To the Google machine.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
You got the Cedar Rapids Colonels. They're a AAA team. The Burlington Bees. Closest baseball team in Iowa. All right. What's the closest one? Where the fuck
Yeah, it
is
says Cal Ripken Jr. Big League Chew.
Iowa? Which one of these bullshit tiny shithole states is Iowa? That's Nebraska. What the fuck is Iowa?
Big League
Isn't
Chew was
there-
founded by former left-handed pitcher Rob Nelson
Well, yeah, everyone knows that.
of the Portland Mavericks.
1 acre of corn is about the size of a football field. I'm just trying to contribute, okay? I don't know
I
anything
like
about
at least
sports.
somebody's bringing it tonight, Melanie. Nate was supposed to have all this prepared.
I'm gonna punch you in the groin. It's probably the Cincinnati Reds. Fuck off. Anyway, we're moving on.
Back to the burning cornfield of psychedelic corn.
Yeah. There's a pyramid of corn in the middle of it, and it's the strange colored corn that you saw in the mayonnaise house. And on it is a human figure.
No, is it like living?
Yeah.
Oh, is it looking at me?
They have a scarecrow hood on. They're very languidly moving.
I think I don't want to get any closer. All right,
Let's-
I'm gonna back up a little bit and just kind of keep my eyes on it.
Sure. Fire's getting closer.
I'm assuming that I was still following him through
Yeah. Through the fire and flames. You gotta say
through
that.
the fire and the flames we carry out. I see the body on the corn and I go, oh no, not another one. And I want to go try and get them out.
We'll pause there. Roger, what are you doing now you're out of the morgue? And there's a fire.
So I wouldn't be anywhere near the fire, would I?
I don't have a map, man. Who knows? Do you have a car?
Oh yeah, I got a car.
What kind of car do you have?
Like a real cool one.
Whoa, nice, man.
Like
Go, I'm not helping you with this one. Go ahead.
it's a Trans Am
There you go.
convertible.
Ah, T-top.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's got dual injecting pistons
oh,
and horsepower,
it's got at least
Please keep going.
five of them.
injections.
Don't stop.
Air intake. What with the flange?
Does it have a horn?
It's got a muffler,
Yep,
real loud.
two of them.
Runs on ethanol.
Yeah, like Iowa, they're the leading producer
Well, you know
of ethanol.
Because I'm so into science and corn, I make my own ethanol.
Yeah, biodiesel, that kind
Ooh.
of stuff, right?
Yeah, I majored in corn sciences. That's what I'm
Corn
going to school for.
scientist.
And I've gone back to Iowa.
She blinded me with corn. Do 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 do.
Yep.
Do do do.
I even have my own website.
Corn.
It's going to be
Corn,
huge when
corn,
websites become a thing.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure
corn.
they
Corn Hub.
corn.
Corn. Of course you do. Yeah. Is that like your message board, like your with a web ring of corn facts?
Yeah,
Get me the corn facts.
corn is in
corn
more than
facts.
4,000 grocery store items. A few examples include shampoo, toothpaste, chewing gum, marshmallows, crayons, and paper.
Ah.
And she's reading that all off of Corn Hub.
You got to register the domain cornhub.com now.
You know what I love about this? Is there's little kernels of information Melanie keeps dropping.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I get in my Trans Am powered with corn ethanol, and I think I see the smoke because
Yeah.
I want to progress this story. And, I want to ride my Trans Am through the cornfield.
All right. I think you see that just in time. You see Deanna running towards something in the cornfield. I don't think you have time to really notice, right?
No, I don't know.
What are you heading towards?
So maybe I hit her.
Stop trying to do violence to Deanna.
I don't like her.
She's just a dog girl.
Exactly. The world would be better off without her.
You dumped my sister.
She's just a poor dog child. So what is your purpose of driving through the cornfields that's on fire?
To see the source of the fire.
The ne'er-do-well teen started a fire on the edge of the cornfield to burn it down.
I'm pretty suspicious of them because the sheriff told me to stay away
Watch out
from
for those
them kids
teens.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go beat up some teenagers.
All right, so there's a bunch of high teenagers and a couple older guys running around talking about maybe that we're all just corn in the wind, man. So you get out of your Trans Am. There's a fiery corn maze in the background. Dog girl and baseball boy are running towards nothing. Well, baseball boy's not really.
I'm just watching this thing to make sure it doesn't come and kill me.
Yep, it's not moving towards you. It's tied up to the thing.
Oh,
And
it's tied.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Missed
that's
that part.
cool. Did I mention he's tied? Because it's pretty important. So there's a bunch of high people there. Roger, what do you do?
Can I tell if any of them have any marks or scratches on them?
So like, are you just going to go up to each one? 'Cause I'm not going to... These
Yeah,
guys
I
all
mean,
seem like they're...
I can do an
Pretty
ocular
fine.
pat down and see what I'm working with here.
Sure.
Brains?
No.
maybe?
What? No, brains is like book smarts. There really is no like notice roll. I'm just gonna say, just you're looking at them. I think you're pretty well skilled at looking at things with your human eyes and seeing things, and interpreting patterns and the like. These guys just seem like they're high. There's no, except for like normal farm beatings and wounds and on their hands and stuff. There's really no like smoking gun per se. Like there's no scratch marks or anything like that. No guys like, man, my hands really hurt from all that choking I did last night.
And I'm so sore for being 70% choked back. Well then, the hell with these guys. I'm going to go check out the fire then.
So you see Deanna and Teddy. Deanna's running towards the fire and the figure in the distance. Teddy, what are you doing?
So I'm still like in the middle of the field there. I'm just kind of watching this thing move. But you said it's. I guess I'll just say that I noticed that it's tied up now,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna slowly approach it, bat at the ready, see if I can help it, because it reminds me of Deanna's sister tied up, and I want to see if I can help out.
As you get close, this guy's wearing a suit. And he's struggling
The
mightily.
figure tied up.
Yep, it's wearing a suit. Nice suit.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of like having flashbacks to like, I have to save her. I have to save her. So I'm like trying to like get this guy like down and like drag him off. And
Yeah. Give me a brawn roll. I'm gonna say you get there. The guy's making these really like weird moan sounds. Like his voice is muffled.
3.
Good news though, you get another grit or whatever token, adversity token. So
Can I assist in helping get him down?
you can do it your own roll.
Do a roll too.
Yeah.
Can I like help him?
So you can't help on spontaneous actions, but you can help on planned actions where there's a lot of
Okay.
time.
All right,
I feel like there's
I
not a
rolled.
lot of time here.
I rolled an 8.
Yeah, you managed to pull him down. So Deanna loosened him up for you. You're able to pull him down. Now you have this passed out grown ass man in a suit.
Pull off his mask.
You have no idea who this guy is.
Oh,
But his
businessman.
His mouth is sewn shut.
Oh,
You know, so he's just been beaten to hell.
hey,
Why'd
can you
you-
hear us?
He's like,
You idiot. Like his mouth is so shut he can't talk. Get him out of here.
Do you have werewolf claws? Cut the strings open.
On his mouth? I'm a wolf. I'm not an idiot.
Golly, I guess I got to do everything. So I'll try to start dragging him away from the cornfield and the fire.
I want to get him out. Like I want to drag him out.
I think you guys start pulling him. Roger, you see these two kids dragging this besuited man out of the corn maze. What do you do?
I run to question the man, I suppose.
Sure. Fire raging all around. Pull him to safety. I think at this point the fire engines show up. Sheriff shows up. I'll say as they're parking their cars, as they're heading towards you, you have a minute or so to do what you need to do with this guy.
Now, one of my things is preparedness. Do these only apply when I have adversity tokens, or would it be implied that I might be prepared?
Adversity tokens, but I can be swayed.
Okay.
What do you want to have on you?
A pocket knife.
Yeah, absolutely. You're a janitor. You have like a couple of those little weird tools you might need. A Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
You know?
So I pull out a Swiss Army knife, and using like the nail file, I cut his stitches open in his mouth. And
his mouth is full, like packed with corn tassels.
Damn.
So as you pull them out, as he spits them out, behind it all is a business card for Whole Foods.
Gross.
Whole Foods.
See? I told you could make it work. You just had to believe.
So at this point, the cops show up. It's Officer What's His Dick, who we mentioned earlier, whose name I didn't write down. Oh no,
Bob Briggs.
Bob Briggs. That's right. Sheriff.
Now hold on. Is that a Monster Vision reference or is that a Twin Peaks reference? Is it Bobby Briggs or is it Joe Bob Briggs?
Yes. I was thinking Joe Bob Briggs. But Bobby Briggs also works.
He's like, what the hell is going on here? And he's like, you three again? He's like waving the firefighters over. They're spraying the corn down. He's like, I had questions before, but like, how the hell are you involved
I just saved this guy. I pulled him down from the corn that was on fire from those kit. And then I'd go to point at them. They're not there.
Why is it whenever we find something like this, you kids are involved? He's like, why are you not home? It's clearly not safe to be out here.
My parents are
duty as leader of the Half Moon Clan to figure out what happened to my sister.
Because I can see these two kids, these idiot kids fucking around out here, but you, and he points to Roger. Don't you have common sense?
He does not.
I'm going to get to the bottom of this case.
What? You are not an officer. You're a janitor. Why don't you leave the work to the professionals before you end up back in jail for the night?
Yeah, Roger, go home. You've already done enough damage.
So he's leaning down to the guy, he's trying to like clean him up a little bit. He's looking at all the shit all over his face and the corn tassels. And he's like, well, we were supposed to have a meeting tomorrow where this guy's going to tell us all his plans for the town, but I guess that's canceled now.
Then I grab the officer by his coat and kind of just shake him, be like, hey, by the way, just this guy kind of smells like Mrs. Mayonnaise. Really bad smell.
He kind of pauses and like takes like a deep breath, and he's like, why are you? What are you?
I went to go play baseball with Danny Mayonnaise, and he wasn't there. And his mom opened the door. She had really weird corn, and she smelled bad. And it's not good that she smells the same as this corn that's here. I thought you should know.
So at this point, a couple of those high teens that were missing earlier stumble out from wherever the fuck they were in the cornfields that aren't burnt yet. And he's like, Jesus Christ! All right, hold on. He's like, hey, you stop right there! And the cop runs off. So now you're alone with Whole Foods man.
Who did this to you?
And he's like, I didn't see him. He's like, there was three of them. They were big. And they said to go back where I came from, and then they did this.
Wait, where did you come from?
Where did you go?
Where did I come from?
Cornfield Joe.
Sorry,
how much is the license for that song?
Oh yeah, maybe a couple more months of Patreon fees. I'm from Marlborough, Massachusetts, which of course is where the corporate headquarters of Whole Foods is located.
Is that like the cigarette?
No, it's like the town.
Yeah, no, it's in Massachusetts.
Oh, the headquarters of Whole Foods is actually in Austin, Texas. BT Dubs.
I just Googled Whole Foods corporate headquarters.
Oh, I just Googled home food.
Stick to corn, Melanie. Stick to corn.
Oh, yeah,
Well, no, it says its CEO is John Mackey from May 2010 to present. Founded September 20th, 1980, Austin, Texas.
I'm so confused then. What the fuck is a Marlboro thing?
Well, that's where it was founded.
There's a Marlboro there. Wait, where was it founded? In Marlboro, Mass? Or in Texas?
She just said it's founded in Texas. It might be in Mass now.
Well, I'm going to say he's from Marlboro, Texas.
Perfect.
They're both wrong.
This is Whole Foods with just no W. It's HOLE Foods.
Don't knock it till you try it.
If you're into eating ass, we go shopping at Whole Foods.
And that's where you can taste the corn. It's all coming together.
No, I'm done. I'm leaving.
So he says, it hurts. Bring me to a hospital.
Why are you tied up like my sister?
He's like, sister, Alice?
Yes, my sister. What do you know about her?
So now you see his eyes are starting to get big. He's like, Alice. She was Corn Queen. She was part of the whole plan to get Whole Foods in here. If we can get the Corn Queen on our side, then, we can start, she can be in our commercials for the area. Kind of went over the hearts and minds, No,
She's dead because of you!
She wanted to get out of here, he screams. She was tired of this podunk town, and I can see why. She wanted to do something with her life. She wanted to get out and go to college. We were going to give her a full scholarship. So he's trying to pull the threads off of his mouth. He's like, can you get me the fuck out of here?
I guess we could start escorting him to a doctor. I feel like we wouldn't really have a hospital. It'd be more just like the local doctor.
So
Hold on.
he's probably going to be picked up by an ambulance and taken away, unless you guys want to say...
Yeah, well, was he the only one in town of the Whole Foods people?
He was not the only person in town for the Whole Foods people.
Where are the other Whole Fooders?
They're at that shithole motel in town.
Then I'm hopping in my Trans Am and I'm going to the motel.
What's the name of this motel, Teddy? You like naming things suddenly without warning.
I do. Mayonnaise Hotel.
Mayonnaise, a lot of room in here.
Hang on. Give me a second. So
The old Shucker Inn.
Oh, shuck.
But the locals call it the old Shucker Inn.
Shock me off.
I don't know. Majestic Motel.
Yeah.
Mystique Motel.
I like the Majestic Mystique. So this is the one hotel in the area that's not in the major big city of Iowa, which of course everyone knows is Des Moines. Now, Richard, make sure you shorten that pause up so it seemed like I didn't Google big city Iowa.
So sorry to anybody who lives in Iowa.
No,
I'm sorry for them too.
Very sorry. My condolences.
Your biggest city has 215,000 people. So, of course, this is too far away from Des Moines or the other big cities, Cedar Rapids or Davenport, Iowa. And this is one of those places that, you can rent it out long term, and that's pretty much what everyone does here. But the good people of the Whole Foods market have a couple of rooms rented out. And I'm going to insist that all three of you are together in the Trans Am.
Oh yeah, no, I
I'm
would
not
have
doing this.
the second I found out that he
What if we snuck into his backseat without him realizing it?
It's a two-door.
Two-door convertible. No, we're in. I think she's had her head out the window the whole time.
food
So your
guys,
head's out the window. You have your tongue out,
I'm
like in the breeze.
I'm just barking at everybody that we drive by. Just
As you crest the hill and you look out over this terrible single-story no-tell motel, you see another car. It's a beat-up El Camino driving away at speed, and you see that there's a couple doors open in the hotel.
what are the license plate? Is it an Iowa license plate or is it a Marble, Texas license plate?
It's an Iowa license plate.
I don't think
Says
license
Iowa
plates
is
go by
for
city.
City.
Well, I wanted to specify that we decided that Marble, Texas was where Whole Foods was.
Mel's just confused on how license plates work.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to make sure that the continuity is clear for everyone listening because this is confusing as fuck.
Don't start
Now.
now.
Now, what's pretty funny is that Iowa license plate do list the county.
See? Okay. All right. So
This is Iowa Des Moines, which is, of course, the county where you find Oak Grove or where the fuck we name
yeah,
this
like in Canada, it's you're in Montreal, it'll say Viva Quebec or whatever, or whatever it is.
Viva Quebec.
It says something. It's woohoo, Quebec, French.
Hon Hon, Quebec.
I can definitely take this in my ethanol power Trans Am. We're having a race.
All right.
E-brake turns, goes after him.
So they realize that you're following them. They start throwing handfuls of corn.
That was fucking Mario Kart.
They're bashing you on the windshield. Kernels are flying everywhere.
Deanna's just getting pelted with corn, like her head's out the window. Just.
I look to Deanna and I say, "See that switch? Mark, do not touch. Touch it."
Yeah, for sure. Like, okay.
And then like there's a hopper in the back filled with corn. And when she hits the button, it drops down, and it's like corn nitrous.
Jesus Christ. The corn cup.
So
And of course, I go fast. I go vroom.
You go real fast.
I go fast.
I should do a bushel roll. That's a good trick.
What's the difference?
Well, you see, a barrel is 144 pounds, whereas a bushel.
A bushel is 56 pounds, about the weight of a large bag of dog food. Like,
Right.
do you not remember?
I remember, and a barrel is what, 144 gallons? No, 256 gallons. Is that a barrel?
I don't know. There's
The
no
barrel's
corn
55
facts about
gallons.
barrels, so I have no
It's a
answers
55
for you.
gallon barrel, sure.
Anyway, I'm Vin Diesel in this guy. What are we doing?
All right, so
Oh, wait.
a barrel is 42. Standard barrel of oil is 42 gallons. Okay.
1 bushel of corn produces 17 pounds of DDGS as well as 2.8 gallons of ethanol. There we go. There are gallon facts about corn on this website.
Thank God.
What website's that,
Fine.
Melanie?
Corn up.
Corn tube. X-corn. Corn galore.
Corn.com, not .gov. All right, so you hit the booster on your cornmobile, and you gonna just chasing them, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm chasing them, and I got to imagine with their little shit car and my nitro ethanol Trans Am, I'm like bumper to bumper with them.
You're keeping up. Give me a flight roll.
It's a 3.
Your corn engine is running too hot. You have a limited time to do something before they are out of your reach. What are you gonna do?
Can I sit on the edge of the window, throw a baseball, and just knock a dinger right through their windshield?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
That's how physics works. Absolutely.
Yeah, the inertia of the ball is staying in the air as we're moving forward.
Yeah, but you hit it really hard.
I
Richard
hit it
has a
really
master's in
fucking hard.
science. Ask him how it works.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hit it dinging into their window.
yeah. Hit a straight dinger right through the window.
Hit a fat, thick donger into their window. Guys tossing out ropes.
Jesus. All right, I'm done.
Baseball, that's what they call that. They always call it tossing ropes. Everyone knows that.
Just roping everywhere.
Yes, just
shaking
fat
my head.
ropes.
Oh my god.
Smacking fat ropes at windows.
Just with
You
the
guys
damn
making
baseball.
You guys are making it real weird. I'm just saying, this little boy smacking at ropes.
I'm just gonna hit this one like good old Wade Boggs, R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in power, King.
Wade Boggs is alive.
So go ahead and run your roll fight. I think this is good, or maybe brawn. You can choose. Who am I?
All right, Braun, I have D12, so I'm gonna roll that one instead.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I got another 8.
Hey, you did it. So,
Just crack of the baseball bat, you hear the ball go flying like a
Yeah,
missile.
they start swerving. They flip into a ditch, and just as Richard's corn engine explodes,
And we all die. End of the story.
popcorn rains down.
flies
Exactly.
everywhere.
It's like one of those air poppers they had on the counters back in the 80s. All right, you've pulled over. You found the corn, guys. All right, so the car is stopped. It's crashed into a ditch. Everyone in there is too hurt to go anywhere. And you see a wriggling figure in their backseat.
So I ran out and I'm like already going towards the car. So can I see who's in the back seat?
It's a guy in half a suit. He's wearing like a white undershirt and dress pants. No shoes, but socks and garters. And he's gagged and he's bound.
Is he like sewed up like the other guy?
Nope.
Like, we're gonna go to the front, like the passenger seat or whatever, and I want to like see who it is, and like I want to like.
Sure. I don't know that you recognize these guys unless you're, like you've probably seen their faces around at different carnivals and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do they hang out at the park? Because that's like my turf.
Yeah, they're
Like, have I like growled at these guys before? Have I chased these guys off?
yeah, probably. They sell space corn.
Oh, the smelly mayonnaise corn.
Yeah, these guys are corn heads. They call them.
Corn. Yeah, so I'm just like growling at them and like kind of like just like pulling at their shirts and stuff, because I imagine I can't get them out because the car's flipped over. But I'm trying, but like I know it's pretty futile. But
So the one that's right there is like, oh, call off your dog, girl. He's like confused and like scared still.
Yeah. What did you do to Alice? What did you do? I know it was you.
She's like, I'll tell you, just please stop. This episode's gone on long enough, it has to end. I'll tell you whatever you want.
Start barking at him. Bark, 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 bark.
Heel girl.
He's like, look, I'm sorry. That bitch had to go, though. She was going to be the one to be the face of the corn campaign and get the Whole Foods in here. You know what happens if they come in? You have any idea what happens if Big Corn shows up here?
I want to snap my teeth at him. Like,
He's like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
you killed my sister! Now you will feel my wrath.
He's like slowly calming down a little bit. He's looking at like Roger and Teddy like, what?
I don't know, man.
I'm 12 years old. I don't know what the fuck's going on. That's the one F-bomb allowed for the movie.
Yeah.
So what would happen? Affordable pricing for all?
No, they shut our illicit drug corn industry down. Listen, if they come in here and start snooping around, if they start growing their own brand of corn, they're gonna buy up all the land, and we won't be able to grow enough of our shit.
So you guys make the mayonnaise corn?
Oh yeah, Dan's mom. Yeah, she's a real tassel head.
Tassel head.
She's a real cob freak.
Oh my god.
Oh, we got to come up with a name for the people that get high on the corn.
That's what I've been trying to do for the last 30 seconds.
You know, it's gotta be some way
Corn
better than what you're
poppers.
coming up with, though.
Corn
Corn
poppers.
poppers. I like corn poppers, actually. That's pretty good. Like pill poppers, but corn.
That's like popcorn seeds.
Yeah, like that too.
And the big wigs that sell it are the corn stars.
We had to send a message. Alice had to go. These two assholes had to go, so they would stop trying to send people out here. Because when things start getting good here, it gets real bad for us. We're trying to make a living, goddammit. And I would have gotten away with it too. If we're for this aggressive dog girl, this kid who hits fat dongers, and this old strange janitor man.
They're dingers, weirdo.
And I'm 24. I'm not old.
Oh god, you look terrible.
Wait, so is he still trapped inside his car?
He's confessing
Yes.
all this while like trapped.
I'm like trying to grab him out, so I'm like fumbling around with him, like trying to pull him out of the car still.
In the
Ooh.
distance, you hear sirens.
Hey man, we'll call off the dog girl if you turn yourself in
He kind of looks down and
and
he's like, well,
confess everything.
This man killed the love of my life.
No, yeah, like
And he killed
I'm
your
gonna-
sister. And it's well established that I carry a Colt 45 and a handgun.
it's a Steel Reserve in case I run out of the Colt 45.
It's a Mad Dog 2020.
Some Thunderbird,
I got your mad dog right here.
some Night Train.
So I'm going to shoot him.
All right, so let me paint you a word picture. It's dusk. The cops are streaming over the horizon now towards the scene of your accident. The dog girl is barking inches from this terrified man's face. His compatriots are dead. There's a tied up man in the back seat who's probably very badly injured from the crash. I'm amazed he didn't get thrown from the car. Teddy's resting on his baseball bat looking on, and the steady hand of the ethanol scientist janitor lowers his revolver. We back up. It's an aerial shot now of the three of you and this man. There's a flash. The screen goes black, and you hear, "Get on the ground! Get on the ground!" And the credits start rolling.
And just barking as the credits roll.
And there's a very scared voice singing, "Take me out to the ball game." It's just rocking back and forth.
And that's the game.
Wait, so did I get arrested before I shot him?
We don't know.
No, I
No, you
think
shot-
Mystery.
I said there was a
shot him.
gun flash that went off, and then the cops show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have missed.
You shot this man to death in front of these kids. And now you're going to big boy jail. But that's
It's
not
okay.
important right now.
Deanna's traumatized
Self-defense.
enough. It can't possibly do any more damage than it's already done. So
Yeah, maybe now she'll think she's a parakeet or some other such shit.
And that's kids on bikes when you're not allowed to plan ahead. E-N.
But I thought the whole point of the game was that you're not supposed to plan ahead.
There's rules where you have like the prep where you make normal mystery and stuff and have people play through it. And then there's like this weird session 0 thing that we did here where like I'm supposed to go take what you came up with, then go fuck off for like a while and make a mystery out of that. And then like any other role playing game, you'll say, oh, I want to go talk to the scientist down at the lab. And okay, then I make that up. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be completely extemporaneous, made up on the fly.
I mean, I think it's fairly cohesive.
I feel like we did a great job.
I'm an amazing man. I'm a remarkable man.
Like, you gave me shit for the Whole Foods thing, but you worked it in perfectly, just like I
Because I wasn't going to let you beat me.
I'm very surprised that Whole Foods was even
So
around
spite is your power.
for the time frame. Like, that's like
Yeah,
pretty
the fact-
good.
The fact that Whole Foods actually existed in the 80s is a
Yeah,
good
like
call.
it was kind of crazy.
And I know, because I researched it.
You don't do any
36
research.
years.
Marlboro
my
Mess.
36 years of my life have been primarily fueled by spite for Richard.
Hey, we met when we were 6, so only 30
Yeah.
of those years.
The first 6 years, we call them the salad days. They were the best it's ever been. I mean, this chuckle fuck. Now I gotta operate on like a level of this caffeine and spite just to be able to win. And god damn it, we did. By we, I mean me.
You made it
And all
work.
these tumors in my brain now from all the spite I've been harboring. But yeah, no, I like this game a lot. This is a fun game.
It's cute.
The characters are all like, I mean, it's super simple to make. It's super simple to come up with everything on the fly. I think if you were going to do a campaign of this, I can see doing a session 0, actually sitting down and going, okay, what, like, I'm going to make some characters ahead of time. I'm going to make a city map. I'm going to do all this crazy shit.
With infinitely less corn facts.
So there's 2 adventure books that they made for this game that they officially put out. I bought one of them, and it's just like, it's what we wrote down today. It's, okay, here's the name of the city. Here's some important people, NPCs. Here's some rumors. Go after it, you know? And so, like, you present these to your players. The players, you gauge which ones they seem excited about. So me, my pettiness, I heard Richard be like, well, I could do fucking Whole Foods. I'm like, well, I could do Whole Foods twice as cool. And then the drug corn made that. And the ritual, yeah, I got it all in there except for the mayor corruption thing.
Well, I'm sure he was probably involved with Whole Foods somewhere.
Well, yeah. Yeah, he wasn't getting a cut of the drug money, you see. He used to be.
He wasn't getting a cut of the corn.
And then the drug guys were like, we're going to go public unless you give us, take less of a cut. And he's like, I'll show you. I'm going to get these guys in here. Yeah.
Now we could do season 2.
Yeah.
We check out environments like the majestic Mystique.
That's what everyone's
And-
clamoring for.
While a
Yeah,
small portion of field corn is processed for use as cornmeal, cornstarch, corn oil, and corn syrup for human consumption, it is primarily used for livestock feed, ethanol production, and manufactured goods. It's considered a grain.
Your like Alexa voice is spot on right now.
Pretty good.
If you guys had stopped at the hotel, you would have found the mayor dead in one of those rooms.
What's the mayor's name?
Cheese, corn, guy,
Corn.
Mayor Shuckstein.
cornfield. That's a name. Yeah.
My lord.
They took this game, right? And then they made Kids in Space. I think it's called Teens in Space, where you're playing like a space opera kind of thing with these exact rules. Then they have Kids with Brooms, which is like Harry Potter with these exact rules. With like a couple little tweaks here. I can see this game being extremely adaptable because it's so streamlined. It's really not a ton of, I wonder if the Magic game has like rules for casting spells, if they're different than, I know the Teens in Space one has like ship-to-ship combat rules and the ship character sheets on its own and all that kind of stuff.
Was it Jason X?
Wasn't there supposed to be like a non-playable magical character that we could all control?
So there's a powered character that can be created, and then like say she has pyrokinesis, right? Richard, you might get her power over pyrokinesis, and Melanie, you might get her power over, I don't know, floating or flying or some shit. And like you each get parts of the character to control at certain times.
So kind of like our own 11.
Exactly like that. Like if you were going to go that route, she'd obviously be a corn fiend that was born addicted to corn, and as a result, she got power over corn. She had cornomancy.
Yeah.
I have one more thing before we go.
Yeah, what's up?
Iowa has approximately 86,900 farms. More than 97% of those farms are owned by farm families.
And sometimes they grow meth corn.
And sometimes they grow meth corn.
If you want to support the Pot of Blunders, please consider heading to our Patreon page, patreon.com/potofblunders, all one word. We've got membership levels ranging from $1 to $10 a month, which will get you access to things like our Discord, exclusive episodes of Jumping the Street Sharks, as well as a variety of other perks. You can also support the show and help us bring more attention to amazing indie authors by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. We really appreciate any help you can give. We love hearing from you. You can always find us on Twitter at Pot of Blunders, and you can also reach us via email at potofblunders@gmail.com. Want more reviews, interviews, actual plays? Head to potofblunders.com and learn about even more amazing indie games. Thanks for listening, For the Pot of Blunders, I'm Nate Magnuski, and as always, may all your Ds be 12s.